welcome to today's highlight of the Telford Tigers versus the Swindon Wildcats. On Saturday, the Telford Tigers travelled to Wiltshire, where Tom Watkins celebrated his birthday with a 9-2 win over the Wildcats in their barn. Tonight's game was here in Telford, and the Telford Tigers took on the Swindon Wildcats back-to-back. But how will they get on? Sean Westlake has been talking to Tom Watkins ahead of the game.
Good afternoon, and we're here this afternoon with head coach Tom Watkins ahead of the Swindon Wildcats game. First off, what a great birthday present yesterday.
Yeah, I had a really nice day. Family first thing in the morning, obviously with the team and the bus all day yesterday. Great result, good performance, and then when we got back on the bus bus driver had kindly bought me a case of beers, so it was all in all a great day. Want to thank everybody for the kind messages that we've had on a personal level and obviously through the club social media. So I've had a nice day. Back down to earth today, back to work, and make sure we're ready and prepped for tonight's game.
Did you really expect that we'd beat them like we did yesterday, or not? Or did you expect more from Swindon?
No, I don't. You never expect that result. I thought the way we played the first period was excellent, but you never feel like you can't rest, you can't relax. You never feel like you can just coast through. So, I've got some capable guys that it can change a game, in a few shifts. So we've got to be mindful of that tonight. Hopefully we're not too loose. Hopefully we don't expect too much. We've got to come in, we've got to compete, and I think that's the big thing. If we can make a good start, get pucks deep, the first 5-10 minutes, and actually make a big point of scoring the first goal, mentally that might be a little bit of pressure on those guys, but like I just said, they can change a game. They've got guys that got a lot of quality, so we'll be fully respectful. Yesterday was yesterday, and we're just looking forward to getting out and getting started.
So, from the outside looking in, now we're 6 weeks in. The guys seem to be playing better. There's things that are starting to click. The Mackenzie line with Brown is working really well. So, do you think it's just a time thing? As we're going on, we're getting better and better and better.
We've got quality in the locker room, and it takes time, as you say, to find pairings, to find combinations that work. Guys are comfortable in the patterns that they skate and the support and routes that they make themselves available for. So it is a timing thing. I think we've moved the puck well over the first 2 or 3 weeks. I think probably our Achilles heel over that time had been our ability to put the puck in the net. What was pleasing last night, we went to the key areas, we got our noses dirty, we got rewards for putting pucks into those areas, and equally our power play was really efficient last night. I think we had 4 power play goals, whereas the last couple of weeks we've struggled, so it was nice to get that going and build some confidence with that. The group as a whole, we're running 4 forward groups, 3 sets of D. Everybody's settled and everybody's comfortable with their line mates, and from my perspective, we go in with the same setup tonight. We haven't changed anything, nor should we don't need to, and it's up to the guys to make sure we make a good start.
Are you happy as well that the goals we're scoring is coming from like the whole team instead of just a couple of guys? Like with Sheffield, for instance, it seems to be the same 2 guys scoring, whereas Telford seems to be scoring goals.
It's good to spread that if you can. You don't then have a line that can match up against your scoring line and shut them down. So we've got everybody chipping in different roles, and it's not just about scoring goals. We've got a 3rd and 4th line that are doing a great job defensively and offensively, wearing teams down, and then you can look at your top 2, and they're perhaps a little bit more gifted, if that's the right word, and you expect them to get more done. So I'm pleased the way that we've set it up. We've got speed across all 4 groups, and I think that's a big key factor. So how do you think then Aaron Nell's going to be able to get his players up for today after what happened yesterday? I don't think you'll have to say too much, to be fair. I think when you've been in that situation, let's be honest, it doesn't happen often. It happens to everybody now and again, and I think as a coach, when you come back in, you don't need to say too much. Guys are, they know what's expected. They'll be disappointed with how they performed yesterday. So we've got to be prepared, and it's that wounded animal kind of mentality. And
I think he was out of character, wasn't it? And you can see from his interview yesterday, he was gutted. Yeah. And we've played him that many times. It was just out the blue.
It was, but I think yesterday across the 3 zones, offensively and defensively, we were pretty strong, and hopefully we can keep that level again. It'll be tough to maintain that, but we'll certainly be giving it our best shot.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Cheers.
And we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the first period action of the Telford Tigers versus the Swindon Wildcats.
And here we go for the first period action of the Telford Tigers versus the Swindon Wildcats here at the Telford Ice Rink. Myers wins the draw. The puck drops off, goes back to Plews. Feeds it up forward, takes a deflection from Weaver's stick. If Scott, his old man's watching, hope all's well. Wonder how many beers you'll be on by now. I mean, the game's been on for 12 seconds. Hope all's well with you. Try to get an intercept. Swindon get a shot on net. And as I said pre-game, Swindon will want to come out all guns firing, and that's exactly what they've done. But Swindon definitely showing more hunger, and it's what you'd expect after last night's result, James.
Yeah, definitely.
Shot from the point. Rebound comes in. There's a battle. And now the defenseman, I think Godfrey, put the first Telford player over. I'm just trying to see who that is. Rick Plant was in there. The shot came in, it bounced down. Plant was there trying to pick up the puck and pop it in the back of the net, but the defenseman then tipped Plant over, and Silverthorne comes in from the other wing. The other defenseman tips them over, and they're not letting Telford Tigers stand in that slot area, which is right to do, but a very physical game, and that's not unusual between these two teams in the previous history. They both play a physical game. They both want to own that area in front of the net, and a battle on the boards with some pushing and shoving now. The puck picked up by Silverthorne, tries to backhand it round, but it goes into the body of Nell. He plays it down, but now Plant picks it up, gets it forward to Silverthorne, passes across to Venus, puts it on the forehand, pulls it, shoots and scores. That's a beautiful play. Silverthorne. Pulled it away from the defenseman, put it on his forehand, looked up, picked a piece of open net and opened the... Whitfield skates down, the puck's dumped in. A great skate there. Backhand from Jack Watkins, tries to pass it through to Mitchell King. He battles on the board. Bullis wins the puck. Plews picks it up, sends it round the barrier in front of the away team bench. Telford keep it in. Finlay Howells gets the shot away. It was down to the leg pads of Marr. Second shot comes in and a slashing penalty. Again, clear as day. Look at the little bit of a tussle there. I think it was Taylor, maybe number 18 for the Wildcats. Yeah, that's Taylor. He tied up with Clements, and then as Taylor skated away, Clements gave him a slash across the arm as he went through. They've had one penalty kill. Now they get a power play. What can they do with it? Let's have a look. Silverthorne, cross to Plant. Plant back to Weaver. Weaver holds onto the puck, gives it to Clements at the top of the circle. Pushing down, playing that umbrella power play. Pulling the pressure. Oh, and a tip from Jason Silverthorne. Clements has the puck. Beautiful tip in from Jason Silverthorne. 9 seconds it took them on that power play to turn it over. Clements made the shot, Silverthorne with the tip in, and a great power play. Tom Watkins will be incredibly happy with that. Pressure coming forward from Dan Mitchell. Joe Aston finishing his hits in front of the Tigers bench. Bullis using his body, getting the puck up to the point. Whitfield shoots in, takes a couple of deflections, bounces around a little bit, ends up behind the net. Danny Rose tries to play it down. Neil Lydiard keeps it deep for the Wildcats. Taylor now battling for the puck. Danny Rose trying to push him off the puck. Cole Strudra lunging forwards at the puck. It's in front of the Tigers bench. Sam Watkins played it, but as he was turning his body to play the puck, it took him off balance and he lost his footing. And I think it took a deflection off one of the Tigers' gloves as it went in front of the Tigers bench. So you've got a face-off. Oh, no, you've got a penalty coming on Danny Rose.
Oh, yeah, they called it.
Did he shoot it out? McKenzie puts it down. Lydiard supporting Godfrey as he carries the puck in front of his own net, takes it behind, passes across to Lydiard, fakes. Of course, Rick Plant putting pressure on Neil Lydiard, and Plant and Lydiard played together in Guildford in the 90s and noughties. Jones pushes forward for the puck. He tried to get a shot on the rebound from Plant's stick. And then Silverthorne tries for it. Oliver gets a shot away. Silverthorne gets a bit of wood to it, but it deflects into the corner. Graphite for younger viewers. As it goes through into the corner. Shot from the point from Ross Venus. And that it went into the body of Godfrey and Plant. The referee took a duck. He could see the bullet of a shot coming.
That's the end of the first period. Let's cross to Rinkside, where Sean Westlake is catching up with Brad Day.
Okay, good afternoon, and we're here with Telford #1 netminder, Brad Day. How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I feel good. It's a good start to the game. Keep the momentum going from yesterday, so it's nice.
What's your expectations today? Obviously, yesterday was a very good win. Obviously, you can see that Swindon's come out a lot harder today. Do you think they'll carry it on, or do you think they'll fall at the last hurdle?
Yeah, I think that we knew they was going to come out. Yesterday is one of them games, like, it's 1 in a million game. It's not going to happen very often, so to get the win was nice, but we knew they was going to come out hard today. So we weathered the storm to start with, and once we got the first goal, we just got to keep our foot down and keep rolling from there.
Are you glad to be back with all the guys? Once again?
Yeah, it's great to be back. We've got such a good group here, and obviously with the 7 editions we've got, it's improved us in every area, so it's been a good group, both training on the games. It's a lot of fun to be back.
Okay, just some other things then, off the ice. Obviously we was out for a year. What actually were you doing for that year out?
Not a lot really, we just, as most people know, we just had a baby boy, so most of it. He will be watching.
We'll say hello, okay?
He should be.
Proud dad moment.
Yeah, so just at home all summer really, well, all winter, all summer, all year really, just being a dad, that's all. And then it's good to get back on the ice and play, so hopefully you'll be able to be here watching us play soon. And
obviously you've started really well. You seem to be a rock between those pipes. How do you feel in yourself? Like you haven't been away, or?
Yeah, I feel good. When I first came back, nobody knew what it was going to be like, but I felt pretty good, like I'd not been away too long, which is always nice, rather than getting back into the swing of things. So it was nice to finish off and start as the same way, so it's been good.
And what was one of the key factors in coming back here to Telford?
Well, we had such a good year last year. It was everyone. We wanted to go for the treble, obviously. So when a competition comes back, we had such a good group. It was a no-brainer to come back and compete for another little trophy.
Bradley Day, it's great to have you here, mate. I'm pretty sure you're a very big fan's favourite. We'll let you crack on now, and hopefully we'll speak to you again later on.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers, Sean.
Let's take a break now and have a look at some of our sponsors that have supported the Telford Tigers. Let's take a look at the second period action. The Telford Tigers won the first period 2-0. How will they fare in the second period? Let's take a look at the action.
Putting two guys on the puck to depossess the Wildcats. It successfully works. Venus carries the puck in, lays it off to Plant, comes cross-eyed, straight in the top right-hand corner. What a beautiful play. Silverthorne that put the puck in the net. The play was made by Ross Venus, get the puck through neutral ice, passed it down to Rick Plant at the top of the circle, halfway between the top of the circle and the face-off dot. You saw Plant line up the shot. You saw Marr, the netminder, move to obscure it, and Plant a crisp pass straight across from left to right, where Silverthorne's stick was waiting, and fires it in the top corner. Down the right wing, Rutkiss picks it up. Godfrey's free, gets the puck, winds up, takes a deflection. Shot blocked from McKenzie, it bounces back to the red line, but Godfrey keeps it in, plays it down low. Kieran Brown having a bit of a wrestle with Jones on the boards. Rutkiss on the puck. Godfrey free in the slot. Driving around the back of the net. Tries to carry it round. Oliver pushes him off, but he's going to get either a tripping or a hook penalty.
Yeah.
Because he played the stick into the feet. Then if the offensive player's driving forward and treads on it and loses his footing, the referee deems it a 2-minute minor penalty. So Oliver takes a 2-minute for tripping, timed at 29 minutes and 51 seconds. So Swindon's second power play of the night, I believe. And what are they going to do with this? Can they turn the play? Myers, Bullis, Rutkiss out front. Davis. And Nethershell is the PP line. Davis tries to play it down. Comes through.
That was
I
unfortunate.
think that was off Jonathan Weaver. It'll get to Nethershell. Weaver comes across the front. The shot comes in from the point, and another 8 seconds into the penalty, which was exactly what happened with Telford's power play. The shot came in from the point, got it away quick. Unfortunate, took a deflection from a Telford shirt and found its way into the back of the net. So a first goal of the night for the Swindon Wildcats. I believe it's going to be credited to number 77, Ben Nethershell. But it was Davis looks in front. Watkins putting pressure on him, tries to depossess him. Oliver and Watkins pressure behind the net. Jones now sets up the play, tries to switch side. Davis follows him all the way around, puts him under pressure. Oliver tries to tip it forward to Jones, goes into the feet of Silverthorne, and a penalty call coming.
Did see Jason reach for his face, but I don't know whether he got clipped by a stick or...
It's Sayers that's going to go for the penalty. And it's a high stick, So
yeah.
I thought I saw Sayers on a 2-minute minor for high sticks against Silverthorne, timed at 35 minutes and 42 seconds.
Hopefully drive forward.
The draw. Schroeder picks it up off the right side. Now, Nethershell's last man back for Swindon. Bouncing around a bit in neutral ice. Mitchell King fires it around the boards. Jones carries it round the back of the net. Forecheck from Finley Howell. Mitchell King's gets a bit of a stick to it. Cross ice from Schroeder. Picked up by Jones. Up and over. Held up well behind the net. That's Myers. Through to the slot. Shot comes in from Jones. The puck's loose. There's a bit of a wrestle around the front of the slot. The referee's there. The whistle goes. And clearly the puck was visible. There's a bit of a scrum there to try and get possession on the puck. And Brad Day eventually covers it down and gets a stoppage in play. I think Brad thought he had it. The Swindon thought they could see it. Stepped in, a lot of traffic, a lot of pushing and shoving, just trying to tip the puck into the back of the net to no avail. Venus dispossessed this time by Whitfield, goes as far as neutral ice. Picked up by Jones, banks it off the boards. Line change coming in, just 15 seconds remaining in the period. Tyler Plews, body played by Ross Venus, and he's a little bit frustrated.
Oh, there's a little
bit of his dad in the way he converses with Venus. I've seen that expression many a time, albeit from the generation before. Cross ice pass.
I think that's just gone. No, he's waved it.
It was a great play. The referee indicates it was a textbook play, and the clock was the thing that stopped that one from counting. But a great play passing down the ice, just not quite a second remaining to fill it. He got the shot away, as you heard the buzzer. The puck definitely didn't cross the line.
Second period finished 1 apiece, so 3-1 the score at the end of period 2. Sean Westlake is ringside, where he's caught up with Cole Schroeder.
Okay, good afternoon. Yeah, we're joined now by Telford player Cole Schroeder. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, all good, mate, thank you.
How you settled in?
Yeah, I've been loving it so far. We've got a great group of guys, lots of veterans, lots of young guys. Fit in pretty well.
How do you find playing D? Because you can play D, you play forward. different positions, and obviously Tommy's utilising that. How are you finding that, or just in your game anyway?
Yeah, I think it's just in the game. So I enjoy playing D. I enjoy playing forward. You know,
You don't have a preference, no?
not particularly. No. You know, wherever there's the opportunity to play, I'll play there. So at the minute, I'm playing D, and I'm loving every minute. Learning a lot off guys like Weaves and Clemo, you know, veteran GB guys. So that's helped me out a lot.
What's your thoughts on the dressing room in there? Obviously with Telford.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've got plenty of veteran guys and a lot of young guys as well. So it's a good mix. You know, there's never a dull moment in there. It's funny. We like to relax and have fun, but when we get on the ice, it's all serious. And yeah.
So you're definitely enjoying it then?
Yeah, 100%, loving it.
Okay, let's go back to the match then. Last night, how can I put it? I won't say hammered them, but we beat them fair and square, 9-2. Tonight, or this afternoon, they've come out a bit more getting stuck into us, which is telling on the score. Is that what you expected?
Yeah, I think you know, today we expect them to come out like this, a little bit more, you know, angry and, you know, wanting to prove a point. You know, they've got a great team, a lot of great forwards, you know, and they've come out a little bit better today. We've just got to contain them and try and catch them when they're cheating.
So now, obviously, because you've started to play together for quite a few matches now with your team, you all seem to be clicking. Do you think that's helping as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the more games you play together, the more chemistry you build with line mates and things. I think we've found a good mix of lines and partnerships, so, you know, it's only up from here.
So just one more thing then, how do you find the coaching by Tom Watkins?
Yeah,
different from what you've had before?
Yeah, no, it's you know, I like the way Tommy coaches. You know, he likes us to play hard and fast, but when we have chances to, you know, slow it down and make plays. But yeah, I do like his coaching. Yeah.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks ever so much for joining us here this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
I hope you get on the score sheet, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Sean. Let's take a look at some of our sponsors. So, here we go, into the third period. The Telford Tigers own the first period, a tied second period. So how will the third period fare up? Let's take a look at the action.
Brown tries to get a touch on it. Lakovic picks it up. Cross ice to McKenzie. Backhanded round the boards. Dumps it into the end zone. Kieran Brown pressing forward now. Plays it off the boards. Malasinski plays it through. And Cole Schroeder. Malasinski loses footing. Cole Schroeder lunged forward for the puck. And a delayed penalty is given. Possibly for tripping against Schroeder. I think it was unfortunate because you saw that he was lunging for the puck. But whether Malasinski was taken off his feet by Cole's stick or whether he gave him a bit of a nudge, we'll see. Now, there may be a personal penalty going.
Yeah. I thought I saw the ref actually give a...
Yeah, actually, it hasn't gone against... It's gone against Neil Lydiard. So what's happened there is the Swindon player, Malasinski, thought it was a tripping penalty. The referee says no.
That's what I...
Lydiard gives him a barrel of abuse and picks up a penny. And interestingly, he's given him a 2-minute minor penalty, not a 10-minute personal misconduct, which hurts the team more than it hurts the player. Jones button hooks back, tries to outskate Davis. Nell comes across, reaches across with the front of his stick. Godfrey holds up Jones. There's a call for a penalty there for maybe interference or blocking, but I wouldn't.
No, I think
you want
got to play the
flowing,
play.
you want them working, you know. And now there's a call from Swindon for holding the stick. And now, hang on, Jones is losing it with Schroeder. Schroeder's skated away. Jones was the aggressor there. So let's see how this pans out, because I think you've got a hold in a stick and retaliation. That's, I think, what you've got. Then Adam Jones lost it with Schroeder and went for him. Schroeder just skated away. I think you've got a hold in the stick and then maybe a retaliation, which would be 2 minutes. But let's see how the referees are going to interpret this. The two of them are having a little bit of discussion with each other. What's that for?
No, it's more. It's more.
Yeah, so he's gone to the dressing room. So that potentially is a game, which is the rest of this game, or a match penalty, which is the next game, which also means that somebody from the bench will be required to sit a 5-minute major for Cole Schroeder. You've got a guy in the slot area. Brad Day won't be too happy with that. He's been looking for the shot coming in from the back post. But these shots have got to be on target. Jones has put that 2 foot wide. You know, you've got a 2-man advantage. You need to capitalise on this and put the goals on the board. This is a great opportunity to level up this game. But you've got to be clean and precise. Puck just bobbled over his stick.
Yeah,
I appreciate it's frustrating and it's difficult. And there's a bit of added pressure. Placed on the back post and a wraparound goal from Kelsall. That was a great play. Jones looked for the pass. Down towards on the circle area. He picked it up and then sort of almost passed it round the netminder into the back of the net. So that will cancel Kieran Brown's penalty. So a power play goal for the Swindon Wildcats puts the score at 3-2. The Wildcats go up 1-0 on this period. That cancels out Kieran Brown's minor penalty, but there is still 3 minutes and 37 seconds on the major penalty, which will not be cancelled out. So we'll be playing 5-on-4 for at least 3 minutes or until another penalty is called. Shot from the point. Took a deflection, I think, and went high and wide. Watkins putting the pressure on. Jones forces the play. Silverthorne gets the puck in front, shoots it, tries to get a deflection from Brad Day's pads into the back of the net, but Brad really strong against the post. Reading that well. Penalty coming. So you've got another Telford penalty coming. So now the six are bouncing around. It took a deflection. It's dropped down to Jones. Telford have got to get control of the puck. The netminder's off. So you're 6-on-4 and the puck dribbles through. It goes through Brad Day's leg. There's a touch on the puck now from Danny Rose and a slashing penalty has been called, I think, on Jones in the slot area. So Clement's working well at the back of the netminder to pick up those rebounds. Jones tries to get it across.
Lovely.
Beautiful interception there. Picked out by Clements, drives all the way down, cuts inside, fakes, shoots and scores on the backhand! Unbelievable! 5-on-3! 2 guys down and a short-handed goal picked up by Clements. Turns the puck over in the end zone, drives it through neutral ice, carries it down. Swindon had just got a guy with him, directing him out. He cuts inside, gets a backhanded shot, and it ends up underneath Marr in the back of the net. And the Telford Tigers score their 4th goal of the night. That's 1-1 this period, but there were 2 guys down when they scored it.
Got hold of the puck and away Dave Clements go, and as they say, the rest is history.
With regards to Lauren, it's a straight match penalty, but with a match penalty, 5 minutes shows on the clock. So it's not a 5 plus a match, it's a match penalty, but that records on the game sheet as a 5-minute penalty in the same way as a 5+ a game does. The difference is a 5+ a game is 5 minutes on the clock and the rest of that game. A match penalty is 5 minutes on the clock and the next game. Kieran Brown this time on the breakaway as we explain in the penalties. Down the left side, gets the pass, cross ice, winds up, and there's a rocket of a shot go in the back of the net for the Telford Tigers, giving them a 5th goal of the night. And now the belief, the work rate is coming from the Telford Tigers. Kieran Brown finishing off with a rocket of a shot. He did that as the 3rd goal in game 1. He did it again tonight. Telford Tigers working, passing the puck beautiful, and an execution from Kieran Brown with a rocket of a shot straight into the back of the net. 5-2 the scoreline. Even-handed goal for the Telford Tigers. Great cross-ice pass to Lakovic. Buys a bit of time. Stick handle, sends it through. Mackenzie wound up.
Oh,
Kieran Brown picks it up.
That's called. That's called.
And that's a penalty
Got to be a
call.
hook.
But Mackenzie was look at his face. He's like, I can't believe he came through and picked that puck up. I was on for that
he was winding well up for that one.
And again, with young players with a lot of drive, they're driving forward. They're not always aware where everybody else is and who might be on for it. Because it is weird when we're on our feet shouting, all 9 of us. Venus switches sides. Oh, and that's played through. It's a penalty. It's been called. And it was Godfrey that followed through with the hit. Both of the referees have got their arms in there.
Was it to the head? Is that what that was
called?
Well,
you maybe boarding. Jones, Weaver, Jones, Weaver, Jones. Switch sides. Jones puts it through on the back post to look for Ross Venus.
Oh!
Mackenzie passes across, he puts it in the empty net. Brilliant play there, feeding down to Ross Venus. Marr, the netminder, takes Venus's angle to prevent him shooting. Mackenzie's on the other side, the pass comes across, empty net, slots it in behind Marr, and the Telford Tigers get a power play goal. The 6th goal of the night for the Tigers, 6-2 the scoreline as a 5-on-3 power play, and the Telford Tigers have still got a man advantage for the next 44 seconds, James.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was a bit of a textbook power play goal. Obviously, Telford 2-man advantage, but yeah, that's how you draw the goalkeeper away from the net in that way, and just obviously Scott Mackenzie on the back door there, ready to pounce, and fantastic goal.
Plant carries the puck out, feeds it forward to Mitchell King, drives down the left wing. Support from Jones on the blue line. Mitchell King carries it round into the Zamboni corner, carries it round the back of the net. Puck bounces up in the air and a penalty's coming. And it's against Swindon, so there's another penalty coming against the Wildcats now. And this time it goes on Bullis for roughing. So as the two of them tied up behind the net, clearly the referee sees Bullis throws in a roughing penalty. So a 2-minute minor penalty goes against the Swindon Wildcats. Now, Steve Oliver, could it be another 9-2? Well, it could be, but I doubt it. I mean, from what I've seen, to be fair to Swindon, the game doesn't look as swayed as maybe the scoreline does.
No.
And that's a penalty coming now in
call,
Telford. Now, the two players came across the front. And what are they going to call it, though? Slashing. So what happened is the two players came into tie. The second player comes across with his stick across the front of the body. But because the first player's already tying him up, as the stick comes down, the referees deem that to be a slashing penalty. So it goes to 4-on-4 for 1 minute 22 seconds. Then we have the Taj Mahal social media winner was Ian Murphy. Got himself £20 worth of food from the Taj Mahal for the social media competition. Now, Finley Howells drives forward, goes through centre ice, he backhands it, passes through Mitchell King, shoots and scores, a beautiful play. Finley Howells carries the puck through as the Swindon defence close up in the centre. He read the play beautifully, passes off to the left. Tigers 7-2, 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining, and a beautifully executed goal by that line, working well together. We've been talking about them getting out, giving it 100%, working hard, and that paid off.
Yeah, fantastic goal there. Finley Howells driving through the middle lane. Nice little pass to Mitchell King.
Let's find out what Tom Watkins thought of tonight's performance.
Good afternoon. We're here after the win again against Swindon Wildcats with Telford head coach Tom Watkins. How did that plan out?
It was tight, 7-2 in the end, but it was definitely tight in that third period. They get it to 3-2. They've got 5-on-3 opportunity, and they're pretty good on the power play. So it's definitely a little bit of nerves, but I thought we killed hard. And David Clements comes up with a huge goal, short-handed 5-on-3.
Great goal, that, unbelievable. What's your thoughts on the Cole Shudra call?
I didn't actually see it. It's in the far corner from our bench, so I didn't know anything about it. I'll try and have a look at it. I'll try and have a chat with the officials now. I believe it was called by the linesman, not the two referees. If it's a call, it's a call.
So if it's a match penalty, that means he misses the Sheffield match next. Is that what it means?
Potentially there's further tariff on that as well. So we've
Right,
just got to
okay.
give it as much review as we can once we've seen it. I'll have a little chat with the officials now, make sure that they're happy with that call. But essentially there's nothing I can do at the moment to change that.
Because it definitely wasn't a dirty game. It was just one of them things coming together. And
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see it from the far corner. It's in our blind spot from where we are on the bench. It's happened. We get another call at the same time. I'm not going to complain about the officials. Generally, it was okay, but maybe that was just one of those things that it's happened. We just got to suck it up.
So another great weekend. 2 wins again. Is there any stopping us?
Settle down. It's been a good weekend. You know, we played pretty solid. Swindon worked really hard tonight in here, and their forecheck was good. And we struggled to manage that at times, and defensively we were okay, but I thought we were a little bit passive in areas. So we'll keep getting better. We've got a few knocks and things like that tonight, so we lose a couple of guys, which is a concern. We just have to manage it and see what happens the next few days.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks ever so much for joining us again this afternoon.
Thanks,
Onwards
guys.
and upwards.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
And now Sean is with Aaron Nell, the Swindon Wildcats player coach.
Yeah, back with me, and we're here with Swindon head coach Aaron Nell. Hiya, mate. How do you feel?
Been better. I thought we were a lot better tonight than we were last night. I don't think it was quite a 7-2 game. The big turning point was the 5-on-3 short-handed goal they scored. We scored one on the 5-on-3, and then we should have been better on the second half of that 5-on-3, but we weren't. And that was the turning point. And after that, we let in some soft goals. But Telford are a very good team, and they've had some really good additions, and they're very, very good. It'll be good games next week, them and Sheffield.
But you got to be proud of your players. They turned up tonight. They gave it everything. It was very close until that short-handed goal.
Yeah, that was a big turning point. I thought we were, for the first 50 minutes, I was really happy with how we played, and then we just needed to get that third goal on the 5-on-3 and certainly not concede a goal like we did, and that's a turning point. But we did take a lot from the game. I know 7-2 looks like a bad score. It is a bad score, but there was positives, because last night I think we were lucky to only lose 9-2. It probably should have been.
Do you find it tough when you're actually on the ice trying to give instructions, when you're in the thick of it and you're trying to give instructions who you want on, who you want off?
It's a lot tougher when you're not playing very well.
Yeah.
When you're playing well, it's okay. When I'm personally not playing as I can, that makes it a lot more difficult. But it's just what it is, and it's been okay for us over the last few years. Telford are a very good team. They've taken a lot of confidence from last year, I guess, and I was a lot happy with how we played tonight. So that's at least one positive. I don't think it was a 7-2 game, and we just got to move on to next week.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks ever so much for joining us this afternoon. I know it's tough to take 2 losses, but I'm sure you'll bounce back. And thanks for talking to us, mate, and we'll see you again.
Thank you.
Sean is now talking to the Telford Tigers man of the match.
Yes, we have Telford man of the match, Robert Lakovic. How you feeling, mate?
I'm good, I'm tired.
Did you expect Swindon to play hard after last night, yeah?
Yeah, of course, no team likes losing, and we ran away with it a little bit last night, so we knew they were going to come out hard tonight, and I think we had to, as a team, weather that storm in the first 5-10 minutes and then get back to our game and the way we play, and I think we did that.
What was your thoughts when it was a 5-on-3? Did you think we could hold out because they were coming on strong?
Yeah, I mean, we practice power play every week, and it's tough on practice to get any momentum and actually get shots on goal, and they've obviously got a good 5-on-3, so I think we had a lot of confidence in the killers. We've seen them week in, week out, so there's a lot of confidence, a lot of talk, and I think we knew they were going to get opportunities, but it was limiting them, and I think we did pretty well at it.
How are you finding fitting in with the Telford guys in the dressing room?
Easy, really easy. So I know a few guys from before, and British hockey's not that big, so everyone you speak to knows someone that you know. So it's a very easy fit. The guys were very welcoming, and honestly feel like I've been here forever. So
you're
nice.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, a lot of fun, and especially after having so long not playing and all that. rubbish that's been going on. Yeah, it's nice to be here with the guys and getting back a little bit of normality.
How are you finding the coaching from Tom Watkins?
Yeah, it's good. I've been with Tommy before with the GB setups through the juniors, so he obviously knows what he's doing, and he's coached a lot of good teams here, so he talks a lot of sense, and when coaches do that, it's very easy to play for them.
So onwards and upwards now to next weekend, a big header against Sheffield.
Yep.
What are you expecting?
I think we're expecting another step up in quality. It's going to be tough. It's going to be, I think, tougher than anything we've seen so far. But I say we've got 4 strong lines, which is a huge benefit when you can roll them, and say you roll teams down by the 3rd period. So I think we're going to go with that mentality where we play everyone, we go hard and hopefully wear them down. They've got quality, but so do we. So I think it's going to be a battle of who's better on the night.
So you enjoying that line with Mackenzie and Brown?
Yeah, it works well. Scott is very clever, and he's very easy to play with, and Brown has got one of the best shots I've ever seen. So we literally tell him to find a spot where he's open, and me and Scotty will try and get him the puck, and it's been working. We had a nice one after the buzzer there, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're getting a lot of the puck and getting a lot of chances, so hopefully we'll continue that.
Hey mate, well done on your man of the match this afternoon.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we will see you again before the end of this series. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Go and get your beer, and we'll see you again soon.
Just water.
Only water. Cheers, young man. Thank you.
So a fantastic game, a great scoreline with another 4-point weekend. The Telford Tigers are unbeaten, as are the Sheffield Steel Dogs. Next Saturday from 3, the 2 teams face each other. Join us on the live stream and catch up with the highlights whenever you like on the Tigers YouTube channel.